Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to today's second part of the Public Facilities Commission meeting. I'm going to turn it over to TT for our introduction.
Thank you, Chair Craven. Good morning again, Commissioners. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast live. Colleen, if you would please conduct the roll call.
Thank you, TT. Participants, please unmute your device and confirm your presence when I call your name. Beginning roll call with the Commission. Catherine Craven, Chair.
Present.
Larry Mamoli, Commissioner.
Present.
Donald Wright, Commissioner.
Present.
TT Lee, Legal Advisor.
Present.
Catherine Pendleton, Article Clerk.
Present.
Next, with the Mayor's Office of Housing, Christine O'Keefe, Interim Director of NHD.
Present.
Tiara Satchabel, Program Manager, Grow Boston. Sorry, I think I just messed that up. I apologize. Project Manager for NHD, am I correct?
Yes, Housing Development Officer.
Sorry, Development Officer, I apologize.
Present.
Thank you. Julio Pillier, Development Officer, NHD.
Present.
I'll read for the record the remainder of individuals who are in attendance but will not be presenting in today's meeting. Attendees do not need to unmute your device when your name is called. Elizabeth Feltner, Paralegal for the PFC. Antonio Leish, Senior Development Officer, NHD. Shawnee Fletcher, Shawnee is not part of the meeting today, I apologize. Lauren Forbes, Assistant Corp Counsel, Law Department, and James McDonough, Senior Staff Attorney, MOH. And this concludes roll call. Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. For this portion of the meeting, we have Christine O'Keefe, Interim Director of the Neighborhood Housing Division for the Mayor's Office of Housing. MOH has 3 votes on the agenda for today. Vote number 1 is being presented by Tiara Satchabel, Housing Development Officer for the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of MOH. This is a request for amendment to the vote of March 15, 2023 to extend the tentative designation intent to sell period from 72 to 84 months to Harvard Street Neighborhood Health Center Incorporated for land with building thereon located at 8 Old Road and 14 Ellington Street in Dorchester. Tiara, if you please present vote number 1.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting POC approval for a 12-month extension of the tentative developer designation to the nominee Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center for 2 parcels of vacant land located at 14 Ellington Street and 8 Old Road in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston and outlined in the vote package. POC voted to approve the 12-month tentative developer designation of Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center on March 14th, 2018, and approves 4 more extensions on March 13, 2019 for 12 months, March 11, 2020 for 24 months, April 15, 2022 for 12 months, and March 15, 2023 for 12 months. As background, MOH conducted a public process regarding the disposition of the parcels, including a community notification letter was mailed out by MOH to relevant elected officials and property owners in the 300-foot radius of the subject area prior to community meetings hosted by MOH. Based on community meeting input, a request for proposals was issued on July 18, 2016, per Commonwealth Chapter 30B requirements and advertisements. 2 proposals were received. Each developer presented their plan at an MOH-sponsored community meeting. Based on community feedback and MOH review of all eligible applications against the RFP evaluation criteria, MOH recommended and POC approved the tentative developer designation of Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center at the March 14, 2018 POC meeting. POC approval was based on the proposed plan to create a neighborhood health center on the 2 parcels. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and the POC vote request. I provided some slides related to this vote request, which are displayed on the screen. The first provides a locus map of the 2 parcels. The second slide shows the existing conditions of each parcel, and the final slide displays a rendering of the new health center. Since the March 2023 extension of the tentative developer designation, Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center has accomplished the following. The project completed the Article 80 process and received BPDA board approval. The design team has finished schematic design. The project went before the ZBA and successfully received all requested variances, and the project has secured $9 million in total financing from outside sources. MOH is requesting a 12-month extension of the developer designation to allow additional time for Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center to achieve the following tasks: continue to advance designs, submit for receive final permits from necessary approval agencies, and finalize their development budget and financing commitments. In closing, if PFC approves the vote request, the project will create the following public benefits: the creation of a new state-of-the-art ADA compliant health center to serve the Dorchester and Boston community, and the removal of city-owned parcels that have been in city inventory for over 18 years and will be used for a public use. We expect to return to PFC in fall 2024 for a conveyance vote. Thank you, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Any questions?
You're muted, Commissioner.
Obviously a good project, but more of a comment. We're now going on 7 years. Understand COVID and other issues and so forth. So hopefully we will, at the end of this year or the end of this term, be doing the conveyance and so forth and moving this along because this has been one of our longer projects. We don't want this to be designated longer than we actually held the property. But other than that, good project. Hopefully it proceeds.
Good project. I echo with Commissioner Mamoli. Let's get this thing closed, finalized, and in the ground.
Good.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Vote number 1 is hereby approved. Vote number 2 is also being presented by Tiara Sachabal. This is a vote request for amendment to the vote of March 15, 2023 to extend tentative designation intent to sell period from 12 months to 24 months to a nominee comprised of principals of Volney Capital LLC. This is for vacant land located at 251 to 255 and 259 in an unnumbered parcel on Washington Street in Dorchester. Tiara, if you please present vote number 2, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval for a 12-month extension of the tentative developer designation of Volney Capital for the parcels identified in the vote package located in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston. PFC voted to approve the 12-month tentative developer designation of Volney on March 15, 2023. As background, these parcels were included in the 251 and 255 Washington Street, 259 Washington Street, and unnumbered parcel on Washington Street request for proposals, which was publicly advertised pursuant to Chapter 30B requirements, including advertisements in the State Census Register on May 4th, 2022, the Boston Herald on May 2nd and May 9th, 2022, and the City Record on May 9th, 2022. The RFP was issued on May 2nd, 2022. Prior to advertising, MOH held a community meeting on November 5th, 2020 and July 26, 2022 to review the parcels and development and design criteria for the RFP. After the meeting, MOH continued engagement with the community in a review of the draft RFP. With the neighborhood support, the RFP was issued and the due date was June 13, 2022. Volney Capital was the only respondent to the RFP and scored well across RFP evaluation categories. Volney Capital has experience in rental, condominium, single-family home development, and rental renovations in the greater Boston area, across Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Volney Capital listed numerous completed projects that demonstrate Volney's track record of securing development financing and completing comparable projects. Furthermore, Volney Capital owns 3 private parcels that abut the city parcels and will include them in the development, thus maximizing the city's interests. Volney Capital won't utilize MOH funding for this project. Additionally, Volney Capital acquired the properties for $250,000. Volney Capital has provided a development budget that includes all development costs, including acquisition, direct construction, soft cost fees, and overhead. Volney Capital has also stated their commitment to hiring NWBE local subcontractors throughout the lifetime of the project. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and the PFC vote requests. I have provided slides related to this vote request, which are displayed on the screen. The first shows a locus map of the 3 parcels. The second slide shows the existing conditions of the site, and the third slide shows the proposed renderings of the development. Volney Capital has proposed the development of a 4-story building, which includes 47 rental housing units and ground floor commercial space that will be marketed for neighborhood uses, such as a restaurant. To date, Volney Capital has accomplished the following. They completed several iterations of the project design and had numerous productive conversations and design reviews with MOH design staff and the BBDA. and are finalizing design plans. They continue to work on the project budget while advancing designs of the project to kick off the Article 80 process. MOH is requesting a 12-month extension of the developer designation to allow time to work towards getting Article 80 and ZBA approval, receive permits from necessary approval agencies, continue to work on the development budget, and secure the necessary funding for the project. We expect to return to PFC in fall of 2024 for a conveyance vote. In closing, if the PFC approves vote request, the project will create the following community benefits: creation of 47 new housing units, which 10 of them are at or below 50% AMI. It will revitalize 6 parcels of underutilized vacant land in the neighborhood, including 3 parcels that are city-owned and another 3 that are privately owned. Creation of affordable ground floor commercial space, and revitalize land that has been in city inventory for over 30 years. Thank you, and I am here to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions?
Good project. Let's do anything we can to hopefully expedite it, get it going.
No question.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Vote number 2 is hereby approved. The final vote on today's agenda for MOH is vote number 3. This is being presented by Julio Pillier for Housing Development Officer with the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of MOH. This is a request for amendment to the vote of February 22nd, 2023 to extend the tentative designation intent to sell period from 12 months to 24 months to Ennis Partners LLC. This is vacant land located at, vacant land of various parcels located at Blue Hill Avenue, Roxbury. Julio, if you would please present vote number 3.
Thank you, TT. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval of a 12-month extension of the developer designation of NS Partners LLC for the parcels identified in this full package in the Roxbury neighborhood of Boston. So PFC initially voted to approve the 12-month developer designation of this team on February 22nd, 2023. The development team has used the interim period to advance the designs, the design work, and refine the project financing significantly. And additionally, NS Partners provided a project update at an MOH-sponsored meeting in September 2023. The community continues to support the project. There's been significantly involvement from this development team and also MOH engaged in the community to address not just this project, but other ongoing concerns in the community. If approved, the developer designation extension will enable NS Partners to complete the needed task in anticipation of a PFC conveyance vote in the fall of 2024. And in close, please find the attached memorandum detailing the comprehensive process and designation background submitted alongside this commission vote request. Again, if approved, this project will create 15 units of affordable homeownership housing, in addition to ground floor retail space for local entrepreneurs alongside Blue Hill Avenue. I have included some slides for the PFC. So this is just an aerial view of the 2 sites along Blue Hill Avenue. So this is a rendering of the building at 353, 359. The side street is Intervale Street, and then this view is essentially from Blue Hill Avenue looking into Intervale Street, and then just a snapshot of the programming in terms of the unit mix and the gross floor area of the building. Next slide. This is another snapshot of the rendering from 2 different views. So one is from Intervale Street, showing you the context to the neighboring building, and then the other alongside Blue Hill Avenue, also providing some context for the building and sort of the character, how it changes along the 2 streets. And then we have the elevations on the right for the building, both from Intervale Street and from the Blue Hill Avenue view. So this is the second building. So this is 391, 395 Blue Hill Avenue. On the right is a rendering of the building. And this is, this will be 10 homeownership units with ground floor retail space, approximately 10,600 square feet for the gross floor area of this building. And then this is, again, just elevations from from the Brunswick perspective, which is the side view, the side street there. And then on the bottom right, you have the elevations from Blue Hill Avenue next to the church that's abutting it. So some of the tasks tasks that have been accomplished since the developer designation. So the developer has applied to MOH's funding round in September of 2023. They have submitted their plans to ISD for review and also are pending a ZBA hearing date. Hopefully that'll be in early April. Zoning board, they have finalized their schematic design and are also engaging local businesses for the commercial opportunities on the ground floor of the two buildings. Some of the tasks to be completed, they need to receive ZBA approval. They need to complete design and construction drawings for review by MOH, the BPDA, Boston Water and Sewer, Department of Public Works, and any other agencies as required. Receive all permit sign-offs and building permits, and also finalize their budget and receive MOH, mass housing, and construction lender commitments. And I'm here to answer any questions. Thank you.
Any questions?
No questions?
No questions.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Julio.
Thank you.
Good job.
Vote number 3 is hereby approved. This concludes the agenda for MOH's meeting today. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor of adjournment? Aye.
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 Thank you. Meeting's adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.